Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining me on drsue.ca. That's DRSUE.ca. Today, we're talking about whether weight regain happens faster after stopping weight loss medication than after stopping a lifestyle intervention. The media has been going crazy with this story over the last week, and that's over a recent article that suggested that weight regain is faster after stopping weight loss medication than after stopping a lifestyle intervention. So, let's talk about the data and then let's talk about my biggest concern here. Why are we discussing weight regain after treatment in the first place? The study, which was published in the British Medical Journal, looked at weight regain after stopping treatment in studies of weight management medication compared to studies of lifestyle management programs. They found that weight regain after stopping weight management medication was about zero point 0.4 kilos, which is just under a pound per month. This rate of weight regain was about 0.3 kilos or 0.7 pounds per month faster than weight regain after stopping a lifestyle program, independent of how much weight was lost with treatment. The weight regain was projected to return to baseline, which is the weight before weight loss medication started, at about 1.7 years after stopping treatment, and the cardiovascular risk factor benefits like blood sugar, blood pressure, and so on were projected to return to pre-treatment levels within 1.4 years of stopping medication. So I have a lot of concerns about this study. First of all, non-randomized and observational studies were included. This means that people in the medication versus lifestyle treatments were not necessarily the same. Some people have more success with lifestyle changes than others, and those who take medication may have more difficulty with lifestyle change than those who don't decide to take medication. Secondly, while the average study duration was 39 weeks, studies of just 8 weeks with 4 weeks of post-treatment follow-up were eligible to be included in the analysis. That's way too short to say anything meaningful about weight management with any intervention. My biggest problem with this study is that it totally ignores the key point, and that's that weight management strategies are intended to be long-term and are not intended to be stopped. I can't imagine a similar study on, say, treatment of high blood pressure. How fast does blood pressure bounce back up after stopping blood pressure medication versus after stopping a low-salt diet? Well, it sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? That's because we wouldn't stop treating the high blood pressure. We would continue treatment long-term if it was working to control the blood pressure. Similarly, in our Obesity Canada 2025 Pharmacotherapy Clinical Practice Guidelines, on which I was the lead author, a link in today's post, be sure to check that out, we have a specific evidence-based recommendation to use weight management medication long-term when effective to avoid weight regain and regression of health benefits. The same goes for lifestyle interventions. All of that being said, the unfortunate reality is that in real life, many people end up stopping weight management medication. This is often due to cost, loss of insurance, or shortages in prior years. Sometimes it's because a person didn't tolerate the medication well. Sometimes it's because the time wasn't taken with the healthcare professional before starting treatment to help the person understand the biology of weight and that we are not curing obesity, but controlling it with medication. The answer to this conundrum is not to scare people away from weight management medication because they might regain weight faster after stopping treatment. Instead, we need to empower people to understand before starting treatment that any obesity treatment is intended to be long term. We need to develop medications that are better tolerated than the currently available GLP-1 medications, and there are lots of trials of new medications underway to address that. We need to find ways to make medications cheaper and more accessible. With the important and wide-ranging health benefits of newer obesity medications, insurance programs, public and private, need to be more engaged in supporting the cost of treatment. With new treatments like GLP in a pill and generics coming into some markets this year, I'm optimistic that more people will be able to afford to take treatments long-term. Finally, authors point out that people who were in lifestyle change trials might have learned more practical coping skills to support healthy lifestyles over the long term. Oftentimes, people prescribed weight loss medication don't get lifestyle support, and giving this support through a comprehensive program is important to optimize success. That's all for today. Thanks for joining me, drsue.ca.